Hi, I'm Tom Garner. I'm on Bulldog Hill. This is April the 13th, 2015. I'm at the site that we have selected to build a new whelping kennel, a kennel dedicated to the purpose of birthing and raising of young puppies. There are 10 runs in this structure, or will be when it's completed. One thing I should point out is that we're at a very rocky site that is also on a slope, which means basically extra work. There are 2 runs of plumbing, each one with 5 collection basins. Underneath this row of 5 collection basins, there's 4-inch PVC pipe. So there's a run of 5 here, and it is symmetrical. There's another run of 5 drains, collection basins, which function as drains on the other side of the red PEX tubing. On the upper side, we ran into solid rock and had to dig it out by hand. Sledgehammers and picks and mattocks and bloody calluses, and yeah, lots of fun. I will point out that using a sledgehammer is a little rougher on your hands than operating a keyboard, which is where most dog men spend their times, but it's infinitely more rewarding. You can see the residue around, get some idea of how much rock we had to bust out to create a channel to put in the 4-inch PVC. Again, there's a line here, there's a line there that are joined by a Y underground outside of the forms. In the middle, you'll see lots of PEX tubing. In fact, there's over 800 feet of half-inch PEX oxygen barrier PEX tubing laid out here. Underneath that, there's 2 inches of foam insulation. This will be the actual inside of the structure that will be temperature controlled, where the pups are born and spend the majority of their time during the first weeks of their lives. There will be vertically swinging doors, 1 per run, which will allow the mothers and ultimately the pups to go outside and enjoy the sunlight. One of the unique things about this structure is the use of radiant heat. That is hot water circulating through the concrete floor to keep an ideal temperature for maximizing health and growth and comfort of newborn pups. There's 5 zones within this heated area. The first zone is just 1 loop. That's 2 runs, this much. The second zone is 4 runs, or 2 loops, this much. The other side is symmetrical. The first 2 runs, or 1 loop, constitutes a zone, and then the next 4 runs, or 2 loops, constitutes another zone. Everything that remains in the middle is a 5th zone. Only the 2 outside zones, 1 loop and then 2 loops, will be under the area that's where the dogs spend their time. The central zone is in the hallway down the middle, and it is connected to an air thermostat. Hot water only circulates through that zone whenever the air temperature is too low. The other 4 zones are concerned with maintaining the proper temperature in concrete. You can see there are wiring provisions for those 2 zones on this side, and likewise the 2 zones on the outside over there. So there will be a sensor that gives feedback to a zone controller regarding the temperature in the concrete at that point. The objective is to create a heat gradient on each side in the area that is occupied by the dogs, so that each pup, each dog, can find their area, their spot of comfort. Otherwise, there would always be somebody who's uncomfortable. But if you have a heat gradient within the zone that's occupied by the pups and the dogs, each pup or dog can select the spot that is comfortable for them. Never seen this done before, but it conforms to logic, and that's their objective, and I think it's going to work out well. You can see that we are formed up here, or mostly formed up. The forming is a work in progress. It should be finished later today. Concrete will be poured within the next 2 days, and I'm looking forward to getting it to that point so we can get busy with some masonry construction and getting this show on the road. We'll point out that we got multi-use out of the reinforcing wire. Not only does it make the concrete stronger, but it also provided us with a grid to work with in laying out the 800 plus feet of PEX tubing that comprise the heating system, the unique heating system in this Whelping Kennel. You'll see that all the ends come together over here. They'll actually be bunched up in a tighter bunch, and they will come out of the concrete in an area that will allow them to exit the concrete inside of the concrete wall and inside of the concrete block wall. So they'll come out through the block and then exit and attach to a manifold that I will show you at a later point in the later video. But here you have it. This is what's underneath the concrete, or will be underneath the concrete, as we progress with this project. Hopefully this will be of use to someone or some folks who aspire to do a similar structure in their own program in the future. Thank you.